All right, Kenman here, and today is die project number 18. Holy cow! How did we get to here? If you've been along for the whole ride, having as much fun as I am, it's quite a roller coaster. If you have not seen any of these videos, you can check right there, and that's the playlist of all the work you see on the table before you. Like I said, it's been quite an exciting run so far. Having a lot of enjoyment out of it, and a lot of variety, a lot of trials, a lot of success, a lot of, I don't know if call them failures, but just neat steps along the way, and we're going to continue on. So what's everyone think? Before we start, I'm not sponsored by anyone, and I purchase everything at retail price and do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. Well, before we can do anything today, let's get these out of the way. How much time do we want to spend looking at them all? This is the Sencut Watauga. Huge beast of a knife. We did an orange with a little bit of a kind of a see-through look. Love the way that turned out. Let's do all the oranges. Here's the orange Grow EF911. We did a two-tone with that purple spacer. And then the orange, it turned out pretty good. This is the one when we took it apart, there was rust on those liner pieces. And I, long story short, cleaned those pieces up, removed all the rust, blasted them down. And we're just going to go ahead and let it sit on the table another month like it did right after I got it, and see if that rust comes back. This was a budget knife, more of an experiment to be able to mess around with some colors. And so if it ends up rusting again, whatever it is, so be it. But it's kind of interesting experiment. See how that goes. It is a D2 blade, but that frame might be where they dropped and failed. Okay, Sencut Brazoria, the last of the orange that we've done so far. I love this knife. Nice action on it. The die brings out these extra little details in the scale pieces, so if there is any detail when you do it, it kind of helps make it pop a little bit more, which is nice. Got the Sencut Crowley in this yellow. Whoops, there's my fail. Gotta fail for you once. Sencut Crowley, I did it on a lighter amount so that it kind of had that kind of see-through look to it. Really happy with this. I love this knife. It's a fun knife. The other yellow that we did was this Ferrum Forge Gent 2.0. Wait, that doesn't look yellow. It looks green. Yes, this does look green. That's the neat thing with dye. You never know. Sometimes you leave it in too long and that yellow started shifting to green. I think the black also kind of makes it look a little bit darker and pushes it a little more towards that green shade. But green is a more difficult color to do, and it's not always as successful. Sorry. Not always a high success rate with green for some reason. This Kubi Phemius, which I absolutely love. This knife is awesome. I tried to do this in green, and as you can see, it looks gray. There is kind of a hint that it kind of wants to be green, but this is the thing I had problem when I was trying to dye other things, that green would kind of tend to go to this kind of matte gray kind of a shade and doesn't always give you the results you want. Although this Phemius I think looks awesome just like this. Love it. So in that aspect, the final product was a success. Closest to green would be this Kubi Thalia with the front flipper design of pure front flipperness. I call this like the Geo Metro teal, kind of a blue-green. Looks pretty nice. I enjoy it. Nice little variety of the colors we're doing here. Keep going with the Kubi. This is the Kubi Royal. This one's kind of a little more of a, this was the aquamarine. You can't really see so much, but when you put these side by side, see how this is a little bit darker blue. This has a little bit more of a kind of a greenish, slight hint hue to it, if you will. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. It's a nice color. I like blues, so any shades of blue, I'm going to be doing some more blues, I'm sure. In fact, yeah, I think the one we're doing today will probably end up being blue. That CJRB feldspar. Wow, why is that so tight today? Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. Couldn't even finger flick it open. You didn't see that. Yeah, you did. Feldspar. Love this knife. It's a great knife. Feels good. I like the way on this one because it's heavily contoured. So that kind of reveals more of the layers as it contours over, and it kind of gives it that wood grain kind of a look. I enjoy that. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. That's my issue. I say neat a lot. I need to work on that. I know. I'm sorry. Working on it. Working on it. Habits that you get into when you form and you're up here. I don't. There's a fail. I don't prep maybe a whole lot, or I like to just be me. And so I get a base idea of what I'm going to do, and then I just go. So I don't have a script here really in front of me that's giving me all my notes and all my details. And so sometimes that gets you a little flustered or a little tied up in your words, whatever it is. And I tend to fall onto saying things are neat. Now you're not going to be able to not hear it. But yeah, I'm working on it. Sativian, this one was this is probably the cheapest full-size knife I've ever bought. I bought a couple that are like $1, $2 little things, little pot keychains and little stupid stuff, but actual physical, like over like 4-inch handle, 3.5-inch blade, full-size knife for like $18. Maybe not the best blade material with that 8CR 18 MOV, but the action, it drops fairly good, flicks out really nice. Blade, solid. Blade is centered. I would use this over a Milwaukee Fastback any day of the week. Plus that purple turned out really cool. The last purple we have is this CJRB Gobi. Try to remember my children's names. I've got a bunch of them. I don't know what the total count is. I don't know if I should do that either. Maybe I should. But yeah, it's like they're all your little children, and it's, you know, like I said, I don't have notes written down, so it's like I try to remember. We got to remember, who are you? Oh yeah, you are CJRB Gobi. I really like the accents with this. Made the purple really kind of pop out even more. It's a fun knife, simple knife, but it's cool. It's got a neat shape and design. Yes. Oh, man. Okay, what's everyone think? Having fun? What are we doing here? Titus. This is the Kubi Titus. Really great knife. I need to carry this again. I might have to carry this again tomorrow. I haven't really carried it around as much. I don't know why. It kind of sat in my finished die pile and haven't been grabbing it as much, but big knife. I like a larger knife. Really nice one. They do make this one in some more premium versions. I would consider maybe getting that in the future. Lots of stuff to get. We'll go Artisan Cutlery Arroyo. Another one that's got this nice shine to it. See how that like really shiny when you move her back and forth there. I like the way they polished that up. This is another one that I haven't carried too much. Not a really big knife, but the way it fits in my hand is really nice. Not as functional type of a clip point blade, but I really love the look of that. So personally, visually, stunning. Enjoy it a lot. Look at that sheen on there. I'm going to get some more Artisan Cutlery stuff soon. This is probably one of my favorite knives that I own, and you should know why. And it's a VV Vision FG. as a lefty with this ambidextrous super lock. It just makes it work great in both hands. Plus, it's fun to do. It's got a great sound to it. The die turned out awesome. Literally, this was in the red die for 1 minute. 1 minute gave us this. Isn't that crazy? Some of them take a while. Some of them are faster. We've learned that red is quick. Okay, let's do this. What are we at? 10 minutes-ish? Not too bad. We should be able to get this torn apart fairly quick. Don't jinx it, coming. All right. Actually, before I do that, final looks. The Sencut Watauga. I don't know. I'm calling it the Watauga. That's kind of how it's spelled. So we're going phonetic with the spelling. As you can see, fun button lock. Very fidgety. I like that little teeny fuller groove. Oops. Makes it easy to kind of actuate, and you can thumb flick it out or finger flick it out. Fun knife, neat shape, neat design of the blade. All right, let's get our final looks. It's never going to look like this again. What color do you think we're going to do? I think I already said blue. Probably going to be blue. All right, comment below if you want something other than blue on this, and maybe it'll change. Okay, let's take her apart. Oh, wow, no captive pivot. Come on, people. Sencut. So, a couple T8s since we don't have a captive pivot. I'll get my little cloth back out so I don't make my mat as dirty. Okay, since we don't have a captive pivot, I got to go in from both sides to get this to loosen. Unless... sometimes they've got, I've seen one where it has something on both sides, but the one doesn't spin. It still has the little D ball or whatever in it that keeps it from moving, even though it does have the head on there. Okay, I got that loose. I'm not going to completely take it out yet. I'm going to get these started. You don't always want to loosen one side too much. When you got these little barrel spacers in here, if I loosen one side really good, the other side might be so tight that when you try to loosen it, the barrel will spin freely. So if you do a little bit on both sides, you can kind of get it loose and get it going without having that issue. So I like to kind of loosen up one side a little bit. Looks like the inside there, those are 6s. Usually pretty common to have T6s for the pocket clip, T8s for everything else. Be nice if everyone could just upgrade to some T8s. A little bit bigger torque head. And then the way that it works, you just don't strip anywhere near as much or have that potential to strip out as much. So it would be nice if that more companies would just adopt into moving up to all T8s, I think would be cool. All right. We have all the main screws out. Now I'm going to go in, get the rest of this pivot. So coming from the left, the non-button lock side. Now there is a spring in there, I gotta be careful. Non-button lock side has the thinner part of the pivot. Sometimes the pivot doesn't always go in both ways, so you have to kind of pay attention. All right, I'm trying to, just making it, just being dumb. There's our spring. Let's see, why is this not? I'll just get that to push through. All right, now we're talking. Now she's just gonna basically fall apart. There is the other scale. And we are just about there. That's, I'm going to put this other right there. And there's your button. And we're just going to set that like that. All right. Sencut Watauga has been torn down and is ready for die number 18. These look pretty clean. Wow. All right. Not much work to do on this. Nice and clean is how it should be. No rust underneath there. That is what is up. Let's do one of these. Bring it in a little. Okay. What's everyone think? Everyone liking the die projects? I hope so, because I've done a bunch of them. I have more to do. The artist in me loves this and could do it over and over again and keep experimenting with more knives. As you've noticed, I keep getting more in the mail, and we're going to keep going with it. Let's go ahead, since we're 15 minutes on, I'm going to waste a little more time here. Here is the Sencut Vesperon. Boom. We have the, I do these out of order as I get them. I know, I apologize. Kaiser Amicus. Some of these I've had for a while. But I have like inspiration issues, or I don't know what you want to call it. QSP Parrot, just opened that one up. And then the QSP Penguin. Got another QSP coming in the mail soon. CJRB Lago. What was I saying now? I just sidetracked myself. Oh, yeah. I some of these I got a long time ago. Some of them I just got, and I kind of will start dyeing them in different orders. Like I said, I get anxiety-ish, or kind of when I can't decide what it is I want to do with something. But there's another one that I know what I want. And so it's like if I see one and I know, okay, I want to do this one in yellow, like that Crowley, I didn't have to think twice about it, like, so these, if I'm not sure, it's like, okay, I might put it off, and then the one I know I want to do, I'll just do. Or if I'm nervous about trying to make sure it looks good, I might put it off longer. That's just kind of the way my brain works. Concept Mini Corvid Cleaver. So these are the jade that I currently possess that we still need to do, other than obviously the Watauga that we just tore down. And he keeps forgetting about 15. Die project number 15. We did 15A. This is the one that I'm going to be doing the marble die on here. I apologize. This is one that I've got that anxiety on. I'm trying to figure out how I want to marbleize it. Color-wise, because this is black, I don't know what colors I want to marble this, and it's making me mad. It'd be nice to be able to do some blues or something, blue and red, but then blue and black, if it gets really dark, I don't like the way they look next to each other. Red and yellow looks kind of weird sometimes. Some flames might be neat, but help me decide. I'm going to do a marble. I might just do just a reddish, tones of red, leave some white, so it'll be a red and white marbly swirl, like on top of a cheesecake or something, and then the black. But yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll try to make some decision to get that going, since we've finished 16 and 17, and that's 15, and we still haven't yet to complete it. And here we are taking apart we've taken apart 18 with the Watauga. Yeah. Now you know how my brain works. Welcome to Kenman land. I'll be here indefinitely. I am going to Blade Show Texas in February. If you're interested, meeting up with me, if you're going to go to Blade Show Texas, let me know. If you got any advice, leave something in the comment. I have not been to Blade Show. I'm excited to go. It's going to be fun. More dies coming really soon. These are all going to be done eventually. Or do I have more in the mail? Probably. If you have any color preferences, I'd love any feedback that anyone has, and we'll get going on them. There is that Watauga that we just finished. That's going to be it for today. If you enjoy what you see, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Sencut Watauga Die Part 2, number 18, coming soon. Stay sharp. We will see you next time.